I'm Sailor Moon. And I'm Sailor Venus. And today we're going to talk about. Alright. And it's I don't know, not going to be anything bad, but at least got to put some thought into it before we do it. So, a lot of folks out there might. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, a lot of folks out there might wonder, and this is more from the hater side, not from the follower side. A lot of haters out there, and we talked about this a lot, but a lot of folks might not understand why we do on YouTube. Like, there's always going to be someone out there that takes it so earnest that they have to make fun of you and put you down. But we talked about that many times, so it is what it is, and any more films on it isn't going to do any more. So, yeah. My thing was, alright, so I know there is this oversight. Well, it's a made up oversight that NAOKO TAKEUCHI made, or Naiko Takeuchi, however you say her name. I don't really know if I'm saying it right or not. That said only girls could be fighters. Now, everyone has their own take on it, on what they believe it means. Now, one folk out there believes that it has to do with how they got their gifts, their skill, their craft, their strength, and the other says that another side says that that's the grounds to what says that that's why they're the only ones that have that, have it. I don't know. That's like one take on the oversight. But is it a true oversight with only one take on it? Now, a lot of folks say that the oversight, that's one take on it. So, was the oversight ever broken? Well, it depends what you talk about being broken. It's on if you say it's been broken. So, we go to Sailor Stars, the one that Cloverway and Pioneer and everybody else never touched. The one that Viz would get 2 years later. And you meet Dustin, Jordan, and Julian. Well, from the Sailor Star fan dub. Those are their names, so I'm working with those. So you meet them out, and 2 of them are actually men, and 1's a woman. And you might say to yourself, oh, they broke the oversight. But then when they shapeshift, they got women body chunks. Now, a lot of folks are going to say that you have to follow the oversight. Yeah, Sailor Moon, you're right. This oversight that says only girls can be fighters comes kind of being sad. I mean, it's truly mean. I mean, there wasn't any oversight like that for the Power Rangers or the Strength Keepers. So why would there be one for Sailor Moon? Now, there are some Sailor Moon followers out there that follow that, and others that don't. Well, we never did. So, if the oversight was broken, what would happen? Nothing. But this isn't about if the oversight was broken or not. And Sailor Moon and Sailor Stars, you could say it was broken. But this was about what does it mean? One says from then this came from NAOKO TAKEUCHI, I don't know, or someone close to her, that said that it meant that that's how they got their craft and their skills and their fighting and their strength and all that other stuff. And if that was true, which that's the crafter or the writer, you know, or the maker's take. It's not the take, but that's the take, because anyone can have their own take on somebody else's work. And coming down into believing that that is her belief to why they got their craft, their skill, their strength. It doesn't mean to say that a man can't be a sailor fighter, because let's be earnest, there are men and women sailors. We know that in true life. So we could also say that there could be men sailor fighters, and there are, if you count Sailor Star Healer and Sailor Star Maker. Yeah, Dustin and Jordan from the Sailor Moon fandom of Sailor Moon Sailor Stars. So those are the names I'm going with. So that's already it already happened. So the oversight was broken, and folks think that was what broke up NAOKO TAKEUCHI and Toei, but we already talked about our thoughts and beliefs over that kinship breaking up many times to come back together. And at the end of the day, it's up to what you believe. You're right, Sailor Venus. At the end of the day, it's what you believe, or your take on it. If you believe, from what NAOKO TAKEUCHI says, and this is, it means that only girls can be sailor fighters, which comes off kind of, you know, mean. It comes off as a way of saying, oh, well, you're not good at, you know, like saying, oh, well, it's like it's a club, it's like, you know, it's like being mean to men in a way by saying, you can't be this. Only girls can. Or you can take it another way as to say, but that, I think it is mean. You know? At least that's my take on it. There isn't really any other way you can do a take on it. And everyone has seeked to come up with their own take of what they think it means. But at the end of the day, it comes out as if it's saying that men couldn't be sailor fighters for whatever grounds in the Sailor Moon world. They just can't. Or they're not, or they just are not letting to do it. But that's not true. You had Sailor Star Fighter and Sailor Star Maker, which are men. They become women after they shapeshift, but they are men. Let's be earnest about that. So that oversight isn't if it doesn't get it's followed up until the fifth following. But at the end of the day, I think it is a kind of a mean thing. The way that it's said is almost if to say, I don't know what your take on it is. I don't know either. But I do know one thing, Sailor Moon. This film is about done. We're about 9 minutes into this film, and we don't want to go longer than that. If we go longer than that, then it'd be less time for Jordan to get her film started. Alright. Tell us what you think about only girls can be fighter oversight. What's your take on it? What do you think it means? We know what the writer or the crafter or the maker of Sailor Moon, what her take or thought on it was. But we want to know what your take or thought on it is. See you later.